I've launched a ton of products over my dropshipping journey, and 3 of them have made over $1 million. And the best part is, it only comes down to these 4 simple steps. I've already shown you my $1 million branded dropshipping roadmap. Now it's time for step 2. You ready?
If you go viral and have 100 million views, but nobody wants your product, what did you do it for in the end of the day?
You have to actually know what a winning product looks like, because
there's no secret to finding winning products.
2 million likes on this.
I don't mean these guys are wrong, but let's be real, you already know all of these basics. Even if you don't, they're just common sense. Do you really need to be told how to find trending products from 5 different gurus? I guess not. So here's a full guide on how to actually find a product that makes long-term profits. We will go from the strategies I use to find winning products, passionate niches, analyzing competition, cross-pollination, product differentiation, emotional levers, branding. The first rule is pretty simple, but it takes your product research from chaos to a gold mine. Just take any successful product and look at its niche. Do you see what's going on there? Almost all of them, even my products, focus on passionate niches at the core. You might know about niche markets, which is basically a specific group of people that have something in common. Every successful store has a niche like this, because it works. So just focus on passionate niches throughout the process. Trust me, it's a game changer. We'll come back to niche selection, but before that, you need to consider longevity. You probably heard people talking about trending products. The idea is to jump on the bandwagon of what's hot. You should choose the products that everyone is selling. And if you dive deeper, you would see there are more strategies used to find winning products. But here's the kicker, I don't use any of them. There's a much easier way to find profitable products for your store. So here's what I do. Take any passionate niche you like as your main focus. I chose kawaii gamers for mine. Then find 3 products. 1 high-priced, 1 mid-range, and 1 entry-level product. You can slightly tweak these to match your niche, but I like to keep it simple. And as a bonus, you can add another product that has a subscription. There we go, a product line that actually gives us a chance of winning. You want to make sure that the niche has plenty of other advertisers by using a tool like Winning Hunter, which has a magic AI to help you find competitors. If there are other businesses marketing to your same niche, that's a good sign your audience is big enough to profit off of. Now, you might be scared of competition, but have a bulletproof strategy to help you stand out in a crowded marketplace. We'll come back to this later. You can also use the Trends tool in Winning Hunter to confirm that your niche keyword is actively being searched and on an uptrend. For those who are asking, some of the winning products I've found include anxiety rings, medjool dates, and kawaii Nintendo Switch accessories. Alright, we've talked about finding passionate niches and making sure that it's big enough. Now let's talk about the product. You can't just invent a product for every single niche, right? Well, you don't have to. If you think you have to reinvent the wheel, think again. Instead, you can leverage emotional angles or unique value propositions that only the successful dropshippers know about. Let me break it down for you. You can tap into universal human emotions and desires. Examples include,
put these shoes on and you'll be instantly more confident.
Our product can remove your dark spots in weeks.
These magical socks help with circulation.
Endless exploration and learning with our STEM toys.
Memorialize your pet before they're gone.
So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just find new angles or combine existing concepts to create something that resonates emotionally with your target audience. Brands like Kanzuri or Glow Melanin are doing it so well that it makes it impossible for customers to ignore. If you're new to dropshipping and you're in a competitive niche, one of the easiest ways to stand out is to leverage new marketing angles. Basically, take a popular product in your niche and put your unique marketing on it. Oh, the product must genuinely offer value though. Otherwise, it's just misleading. Many of the most successful stores are using this strategy, so don't underestimate the power of tapping into an established emotional need. Alright, let's speed things up. This is a strategy that you see all over e-commerce. Just a basic product with a unique twist. Yeah, the one that I use in my stores. Basically, an interesting value proposition that gives more context about the product. It can be anything, like comparing before and after or highlighting how your product solves a painful problem. Nail biting before, beautiful nails after, of course using an anxiety ring. You get the point, highlighting the problem or the solution so customers can click to find out more. I don't know if you realize, but all these winning products that I mentioned and even others that you see online have one thing in common. They're not just using one of these strategies, they're combining them. Look how VSTOX takes elderly health and combines it with stylish design. I showed you this in terms of emotional appeals, but if you look closer, you can see that they're using a combination of unique value propositions and cross-pollination strategies. Or take a look at this product, kawaii Nintendo Switch accessories. Which strategies can you spot? It's differentiated because of its unique aesthetic right here. It's useful because, well, it's gaming accessories, and it's tapping into a passionate niche because fans of kawaii culture will love it. We can see it as a cross-pollinated product, combining aesthetics and a popular hobby. Even I used emotional appeals and unique value propositions in my first product. I wouldn't say it's very copyright friendly, but it worked for sure. I can go on with all the products I've launched, but the idea is to choose 2 or 3 strategies, combine them, and try to stick to it for all of your product launches. Don't be afraid to iterate on this strategy. Keep testing different product concepts until you find one that truly resonates with your customers. Once you've identified a winning angle or product concept, that's when you should double down and scale your efforts. Unless you have an extremely generic AliExpress product. Well, it's one of the most common pieces of advice that you hear by online gurus. Just look at what other sellers are selling and try to replicate it. But I completely disagree with this, and I have evidence to support this opinion. Take this product I tested as an example. Selling generic items from AliExpress is definitely not a unique idea. What about the marketing strategy? That seems to work for many people. Well, in that case, you're a smart guy. Just copy what works, right? The problem is you're not the only one. That is the worst thing to do. If you see similar products from different sellers about the same thing, hopping on that train is probably not a good idea. If so many sellers are already doing that, it's a cliche product now, and your customers are basically the same. So there's no reason for people to buy from your brand with a few videos instead of their established brand with tons of viral videos. Even worse, competitors will probably notice and they might start lowering their prices in a race to the bottom. Now, you might be wondering, Steven, I don't have the budget or I don't have the experience to build my own product. Don't worry, I have a strategy that anyone can implement and is extremely budget friendly. But we'll get back to that later. So what should you do then? You can't just reinvent the wheel for each new product, right? Well, of course it's not really possible to do that if you're launching products consistently. Sooner or later, you'll run out of ideas. And when that happens, it's easy. You can go to completely different industries and take inspiration to apply to your own products. So get inspiration from niches with different interests. That will make your product stand out from the crowd because your competition in those areas is different. So when your product appears alongside others, yours will be much more likely to get attention. Experimenting with new products is always good, but try to keep the core elements like your brand identity, customer service, and quality consistent. That makes your customers recognize your store way faster and over time increases repeat purchases. You can offer a unique value proposition if that suits your product, a bold statement opposite of a common belief, or just a product that represents your brand aesthetic. If nothing fits, well, leaving it simple is always an option. Congrats, so you've learned how to find a winning product. Well, not really. What you've learned is just a theory. This is all useless if you don't know how to apply it to the real world. Most people will probably stop here, take all that information and go test a product like this. But if you stick around, I'm gonna show you how I turn something like this into something differentiated like this. Hey, what do you call it? That's right, custom branded products. With just a few simple websites and some practical steps that I learned from this guy. Oh, hey guys, yeah, it's still me. I lost a ton of money through trial and error, so please don't be like me. Anyways, on to branding. We can easily come up with a ton of product concepts using freepik.com. And if you're wondering how to actually produce this product, you can go to a trusted agent like Commercive. Not only can they help you source or customize any product, they can also help you ship it directly to customers from China so you don't have to hold any inventory. Once you start scaling, you can actually move your inventory to the States so that you can offer an even faster shipping experience. All they need is some information on what you're trying to produce, such as images or samples. So let's get to it. Now you can tweak it however you like. Looks good, but maybe it's too similar to existing products. Let's add some differentiation. Select unique features, maybe add a custom aesthetic, change the material, or adjust the form factor. It already looks so much better than a generic item from AliExpress. After you're happy with the product, set up a pre-order campaign like this brand. This way you don't have to pay upfront for inventory. This is the exact same strategy that I use with my anxiety rings. Okay, this might work, but we can do even better. Let's try again. Use a cross-pollination strategy. Let's combine kawaii art. Oh, we made it even better. Again, that's it. Even though these tweaks might not suit every product, they work very well in some cases, so it's nice to know how to use them. Alright, let's move on. We customized the product, but the market still seems a bit too saturated. It's almost hard to stand out, so we need to adjust our approach. Take a step back. Whoa, calm down. You don't have to be a marketing genius to do this. Okay, just try to keep up. Make your targeting more precise, reduce broad marketing, and focus on specific customer segments by using niche influencers. And here's a secret tip. You can start engaging with your target audience with collab giveaways. Okay, we're getting somewhere. That marketing strategy seems to be working, but I don't really like the conversion rate. How to change it? Glad you asked. Adjust your messaging, tweak your creatives, perhaps focus on different emotional levers like FOMO. Here, you can choose specific angles to change or tweak the entire campaign. Let's take all of our learnings and start crafting campaigns for other channels. We're almost done, but the product seems unnatural in our ads. I mean, the imagery doesn't reflect the emotional appeal that we're targeting. There should be some real-life context, right? Work with content creators. Select the right influencers. Let's create some new content. Make sure to pick a creator who resonates with your target audience. Oh, and don't forget to adjust your ad settings to match your campaign objectives. If Facebook ads doesn't work for your product, try other platforms and strategies as well. After everything's done, I like to review the product listing and play around with the images and descriptions. Before launching the product, you need to make sure the gross profit margins are over 80% so that you can scale later. If it looks good, you're good to go. If not, go back to the drawing board and figure out your unit economics. And there it is. That's my way of finding winning products. I know it's not perfect and it's probably going to evolve over time, but it works. If it works for me, I hope it works for you as well. If you want more guidance and you want to work with me directly, I do have a mentorship program where I take students A through Z on building a branded dropshipping business. The whole point of the program is to help you build a sustainable business over the course of 90 days. And by the end of the 90 days, if you find product market fit, then I'll actually personally invest into your business to help you grow even more. I'm only looking to work with a few students every single month, so if you think you're a good fit, please hit the link below to apply. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.